outskirts cafe. The air smelled like wine, paint, and secrets. It was Thursday, which meant group therapy, our sacred ritual where instead of crying, we drink and call it healing. Frida already had paint on her fingers. Cleopatra was touching up her eyeliner like she was preparing for battle. Evita was rehearsing speeches to her own reflection, and Magdalene was on her second glass and her fourth confession. Then Maria Callas walked in. She didn't just enter, she made an entrance. She moved like someone who had survived Labra and the press. Forgive my delay, she said, her Greek tragic voice echoing like a high note. I had an argument with my mirror. She paused, sipped her wine, and added, the mirror won. We laughed, of course, Maria had that gift. She could turn pain into theater and theater into truth. She sat down in the center of the group, arranged her coat like a co-star, and exhaled dramatically. Lady, she began, looking at the ceiling like she was addressing the gods of drama. I'm not here to talk about my voice tonight. I'm here to talk about my mistake with legs. Aristotle, Onassis. Frida raised an eyebrow, already entertained. The yacht guy. Maria nodded solemnly. The same, he promised me eternal love, a ship and peace. He only kept the peace, the rest sank. Cleopatra sighed from her improvised throne. Darling, powerful men always confuse love with acquisition. If they can't own you, they buy you. Maria nodded and lifted her glass. Exactly. And I gave up everything for him. My voice, my theaters, my applause. I thought for once I'd be the woman behind the myth, but it turned out he was the myth. And the audience was clapping for the tragedy, not the soprano. Frida laughed. That needs to be on a mural in gold. Maria smiled faintly. Fine, but paint me thinner. We roared with laughter, but beneath her jokes was something sharp and real. When I met him, she continued, I thought, finally a man who isn't afraid of a woman with a voice. But he was not afraid of my singing, afraid of my intensity, my noise, my emotions. He loved me, yes, but with earplugs. Magdalene lifted her glass. Oh, the classic, brilliant man, emotionally illiterate. Exactly, Maria said. He used to tell me, Maria, your art. And I'd say, then hang me, darling, but don't turn off the light. She told us how one day, in the middle of fame, she stopped singing. My voice disappeared like a jealous lover. It hid from me. And when he left me for another woman, younger choir, the voice came back louder, angrier, as if to say, you see, you never needed the man, you only needed the microphone. Evita clapped her hands slowly. Sister, that's a vocal revolution. I lost my voice once too, between speeches about love and politics. Frida added, and tequila if I recall. Maria laughed softly. Do you know what it's like to sing for thousands and feel that no one hears you? It's the worst kind of echo. They applaud the myth, not the woman. They love the performance, not the person. Cleopatra nodded wisely. I've been there. They loved me for my power, not my pulse. Maria sighed. That's what happened with Onassis. He loved me like one loves an opera with passion, but only in Frida sang a fake aria. Vita toasted to Maria, patron saint of drama, and Magdalene mumbled a blessing between sips. But Maria, being a diva, saved her grand finale for last. She stood up, walked to the center of the cafe, that holy stage of the forgiven, and said in a voice so soft the air held its breath, "I will confess something. I loved him more than I loved myself. That was my sin and my punishment, but it was also my song, because love doesn't destroy you, it just changes your key."
Silence!
Then Frida clapped, Joan banged her helmet against the table like a drum, and Evita shouted,
Bravo!
as if she were back at the Teatro Colón. Maria smiled, took her last sip of wine, and bowed like the applause was her redemption. "Thank you, darlings," she said. "Now I can sing again without trembling." Later, when the cafe was quiet and only empty glasses and echoes remained, Maria came to me. "Leonarda," she said softly, "have you ever loved someone so much you forgot who you were?" I smiled, "Yes, but in my case, his name was Curiosity." She laughed gently. "Then, my dear, we have the same disease, just a different treatment." She hugged me and left, walking out into the night like a final note that refuses to fade. And I swear, as she stepped through the door, the cafe air turned